Hello, 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 everybody. I am No Lux Given, and I'm here to kick it off with some Eternal. Gonna do some ranked play to get this veteran quest out of the way. Need to win 2 more games with the Shadow deck. I think I'm gonna try to do that with the Infiltrate deck, and then I will switch back to Praxis Volt Owls, but I've been playing a decent amount of GG Devour, and I feel like my rank's high enough that I might want to play a slightly more competitive deck here, so yeah, just gonna try to play get 2 more wins with this. Oh, Mongo. Hey, Mongo, how you doing, man? Long time no see. I believe, unless this is just a reference that both of them understand, that Mongo is a Soulforge player. Let's give him a "you're going down, punk." Let's go, baby. Alright, so Seed of Cunning. I can't play during this first turn. I'm just trying to think with mana-wise. I think I just lead with Seed of Cunning anyways. And then try to play 2 Twilight Raptors next turn.
Focus, child.
Alright, it could be a pretty similar deck. We could be playing against a Mono-Time Volt deck. Oh no, looks like we're playing against a Praxis Volt deck. Cool. Appreciate that. Let's just play the Twilight Raptor and play Diplomatic Seal into a Shadow mana. I don't think we need any more influence requirements, but it's free to play, so might as well run it out there. Should stop most of what he's trying to do, or bring out a Lightning Bolt from him. No, looks good. Oh wait, he's got 5 mana. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Oh, he's going to flood the board. And we're going to start the turn here. So, yeah, just want to get the Direwood Beastcaller out there. And I'll go for a Levitate on it if this survives. And he's not going to silence it by the looks of it. We are going to take a little bit of damage here. We take 4 damage. Hopefully no Pumperino. Alright, looks good. And probably turn this sound. Oh, I just got the hiccups. Not sure if I've had the hiccups before while streaming, but nope, don't permafrost, my guy. Let's levitate, my guy. That sounds like a slightly better play. Alright, I get 2 beasties. Sorry, Mongo. But I gotta smash, baby. Alright, and then we play another Beast Caller. So this can trade off with something right now. And we've got 3 guys to block his army. We can scheme for something here. At some point we do want to start hitting him with this Raptor. I'm not sure exactly what we want to do besides that. Yeah, let's just go for a scheme. And I guess Levitate is perfect, isn't it? Alright, so let's Levitate here. And I'm going to have a lot of blockers. So, I'm just going to go for it like this. Yeah, no magic today. Went for Eternal. This game, I'm pretty sure you've been for it, or you've been here for it, Pili Pali. But if you are not trolling and are not familiar with Eternal, it is very similar to Magic. It looks like Hearthstone, but the game plays essentially the same to Magic. GG, Mongo. Game plays essentially the same to Magic. The mana system is a little bit different, and if you're not familiar with it, with the game, I can pretty much explain the mana system, and then you will understand the game. That's pretty much the long and the short of it. So we're going to play 1 more game here with this Infiltrate deck, and then that'll give us our 5 Shadow wins, and then we just got to get 3 more ranked wins. Then I'll probably switch over to draft. I don't know, might just want to grind rank today. I'll see how I'm feeling. I've got a bunch of gold, and I'm going to get 1,000 more gold or more from my daily quests. Actually, probably more, considering I'll pop open some chests along the way. Draxis, good luck, my friend. We've got a spot removal spell, a Darker Turn, and a Levitate. Well, the hand's not fantastic, but I am going to keep it here. I think. I don't know. Maybe this hand's just a mulligan. It's hard to mulligan a Twilight Raptor, Seed of Cunning hand. But, yeah, I mean, it does just trade off with the Desert Marshal eventually. That makes me feel like a Desert Marshal is less likely to come out from my opponent. You're most likely to see Initiate of the Sands in Vault decks. So it looks like we might be playing against another Vault deck here. Yeah, could be 3-color Vault. I'm going to cycle this Levitate. That's kind of unlucky. Could just be Time Shadow regardless, but alright, well, we're getting in there, we're getting our beats. Sandstorm Titan's gonna come out eventually, we'll Death Strike it, but he didn't have Sandstorm Titan last turn, so I don't know what he has. Towering Terrazon, really? That's interesting. Don't really want to kill Towering Terrazon at the same time. I can't really not. If I don't kill the Terrazon, like, I'm just going to take 6 here. So my opponent should probably start off by just swinging with the Terrazon. Yeah, I think I just have to Death Strike it. I mean, it already raced my Twilight Raptors. If my opponent changes their mind and now plays a Sandstorm Titan or something, I mean, then they played it well. Good for them. Okay. No, they're just on mono monsters. I am, unfortunately, on mono lands. And I do not win this race. You know what? Maybe I do win this race. 6, my opponent has to hit me 4 times. No, 4, I've got to hit them 4 times. And they're on the aggressive. They're also going to get back a 7-6 here. What a crazy vanilla deck for my opponent to just be piloting at this level. But you know what? It is really working for them. We're going to have to cycle another Levitate here. Because, yeah, we really just did not draw anything this game. Alright. Pretty sure we just lose. We're going to take 13 damage here, drop down to 4. I'm going to need to draw some pretty fantastic cards here. And here come the Sauropods. My opponent is just on, yeah, Dawnwalker, monsters. Okay, so what can we do? We can, yeah, die. An interesting strategy. For sure, we lose. Yeah, just nothing I can do against my opponents. Just slamming down monsters. Good for them. Good for them. I do think Sauropod's good, and maybe the vanilla creatures are big enough that they can get work done sometimes. This hand does not have a sigil, but it seems pretty sweet other than that, right? I'll keep it. Turn 2 Raptor, turn 3 Whispering Wind, and then we get to start trying to combo off. Alright, that's good. It doesn't actually unlock any plays for us. It lets us go, like... It lets us have 3 mana on turn 3, though. And we might still have 2 mana on turn 2. If we can draw a Sigil... No, I was going to say I'll play the Whispering Wind. But if this is the case, just going to play out the seat. My opponent is on Grixis control. Don't really want to block into Vara's favor. Direwood Beastcaller. Okay. So we do want to play around my opponent's potential charges here. And just leave open all my potential blockers. Want to start getting value off Whispering Winds as soon as I can. Trying to find a Direwood Beastcaller. I can ship this Gorgon Swiftblade. I don't think I really care about that. Now I kind of want to exchange it for this guy. Also feel like drawing 2 cards might just be reasonable too. Nope, it's not. Alright, we're going to have to let my opponent draw cards with Swiftblade then. Unless we want to go black here, black here. I guess we could do that. But then when my opponent reanimates this, like, I'm not going to have a spell for it anyways. I kind of want to get myself a Swiftblade And I wouldn't mind just blocking here when the Beast Caller attacks. Where this is awkward is it means that my opponent can get in with both of their guys. They have a permafrost, but I don't think that that's a huge deal either. Alright, so let's ship this, try to get a Beast Caller. We got there. So next turn we're going to play Beast Caller and hopefully a land. Alright, yeah, so Torch, but that does, like I said, does still allow me to keep my Whispering Wind. So that's somewhat reasonable. My opponent's going to have 2 4/4s. We've got an answer for one of them. Sorry, 2 5/5s. But we have an answer for one of them. The fact that they were able to torch my 1-drop and not permafrost it, still pretty good for them. Means that they still have permafrost in the deck. And they are going to torch my Whispering Wind as well, because they drew 3 cards off Gorgon Fanatic. Alright. So a permafrost would still be good. It allows me, or a land would still be good. It allows me to permafrost this turn. If not, I'm just going to play Beast Caller. Hope that my opponent is out of removal spells because they cast 2 last turn. Alright. Opponent's going to leave back both of those 2 guys as jump blockers, which means that they do not have a removal spell, which means that Levitate is going to let us get in. So that's good. Alright, let's just start with Levitate, see what we draw. We know that this is connecting here. Really? They have a kill spell? They have a Levitate. Shoot. Alright, well. They're going to Levitate their Dark Wisp here and block us. Alright. It's a little unfortunate. I think I'm just going to play Twilight Raptor to block this boy, and I'm going to permafrost this. I could do it the other way around. No, I can't. I don't want to chump block a 5/5. Okay, let's see. Play Twilight Raptor and play permafrost. I could have just played the permafrost or the Twilight Raptor and then Darker turned back my Swift Blade as well. That also could have been an okay play. Alright, they're going to steal our guy, hit us for 10, which is almost lethal, and then they're going to get 2 more 5/5 beasts. So what can I do here? I can, for 2 mana, get 2 5/5 beasts, and then Dark Return and not play anything. I don't have a Gorgon Fanatic. I could Haunting Scream the Whispering Wind, but that only leaves us with 1 mana and no 1 mana cards that can win us the game. We got to see what the deck can do, though. Just on the wrong side of the battlefield. Figured I'd do a non-Magic the Gathering stream, because if people want to watch Magic the Gathering, they can watch the Pro Tour. That said, there's a lot of downtime for people watching the Pro Tour. Maybe it actually just makes sense to overlap with the Pro Tour, because they have so much downtime where they're just not providing any content for anybody. Sand seems fine. Not great, but fine. So maybe I should just be streaming Magic for that regard. I might stream. I have 2 more games of Modern to finish out in the league to potentially end it 3-2. It'll take about a half an hour, so I might do that at the end of the stream. Not super against that idea, but for right now. Want to clear out some of these Eternal quests and play some of this game.
It's written right here.
Annihilate's pretty good for Sandstorm Titan. Also have a feeding time for Sandstorm Titan, and we've got a Wisdom of the Elders. Probably going to go turn 3 Beast Caller, especially that my opponent isn't playing any silence effects. Just Annihilate and like Smash will be pretty good at some point. I just want to get the Beast Caller in play as soon as possible. So that way if my opponent ever puts themselves in a position where they don't leave back enough blockers, like maybe we just draw the land here and go Annihilate, you know? Okay. Haunting Scream is pretty reasonable. It means that we can kind of just start attacking here. I'm a little bit afraid of the 3/5 that silences cards in my graveyard. He's also just going to trade for Temple Scribe here. Alright, this is fine. I think my opponent is going to attack with this Dawnwalker eventually here. Did miss our land drop, which is a little unlucky. Yeah. So they're going to get it right back, but this actually puts our Beast Caller in the graveyard, which is where we just want it. So, unless my opponent plays the 3/5 that silences graveyards here, we kind of doing it.
Tick.
Timekeeper. Oh, Timekeeper's not quite enough just yet. Okay, well, let's start with a Haunting Scream, get 2 5/5 beasts, and then let's play a 2/2 flyer. Now this always has flying in charge, which is really sweet if you haven't seen this interaction yet. So anytime we reanimate it, it will come back as a flying Chargerino. Want to feeding time this boy at some point, but we've got enough 5/5s that I guess we just don't have to. We can also permafrost it, actually, right? Yeah, so this can get permafrosted too. Can't permafrost this. We want to annihilate this, but I don't think I need to do that just yet. Think I just want to draw some cards here. Yeah, let's draw some cards. Alright, Death Strike and a Shadow Sigil. I think I can run out the permafrost. The awkward part is like the permafrost. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to save it. I don't think permafrost is that great against my opponent's deck because they're going to have Devours in it as well. That's one of the things that this deck does. Devours its Dawnwalkers.
Tick.
Oh, it counts your time influence. That's why it's not yet active. Okay. So we might want to start annihilating here. We can also just like feeding time this, because it's the most mana efficient play. I think we say screw mana efficiency, just annihilate Sandstorm Titan and play another Swiftblade. Smack him for 2 here. First real damage of the game, considering Temple Scribe countered out our other damage that we did here. Opponent doesn't really have any good attacks. Alright, they get back Sandy T. Almost just want to feeding time Sandy so that we don't have to deal with it again. Now let's Death Strike it. My opponent uses another Darker Turn and another turn in general just to turn back Sandy T. Then we can feeding time it eventually here. Alright, Zen and Obelisk, that's going to be a problem. Suffocate, not really a problem. I'm going to say no blocks and feeding time this guy here. We can take 5 damage. I do love this part of Hearthstone. Just clicking on the board and just hearing that nice little sound come out. Yeah, again, I don't think I want to permafrost because they will eventually be able to free it. Let's just feeding time. I can permafrost one of these 5/5s because they're a little bit annoying. But also just with one more time influence, they'll be able to positive attack on the field. So now I want to start scheming and looking for Darker Turns myself. So that's the plan here now. What was that, a Puma? Yes, it was. Okay. Well, look at the top 4 or just straight up draw 3. I'm just going to straight up draw 3 because a land lets us play Gorgon Fanatic. Suffocate is really only ever going to kill a Direfang Spider. How many spiders can my opponent currently make? Just one. If we suffocate, they can make 2 spiders. Okay. I'm going to save the levitate for the Gorgon Fanatic. I could levitate and get in the Swiftblade. Maybe that's reasonable because then we get to start hitting for 2 every turn, but I don't want to do it just yet. Like, next turn we've got a pretty good play of just Swiftblade and keep open Annihilate mana. Yeah, play your time sigil first. That's a pretty good one. Dark Return is also a pretty good one, and just about the best draw in the deck. So I'm just going to play a Dark Return here. Let's get back the Beast Caller. It's now a 2/2 flying charge. And it will keep its flying and charge abilities. Do I want to just levitate now? Nah. So now we just have a flying charge creature that my opponent already has to get rid of. And also some 5/5s. Sounds good. Another levitate. Well, nah, I think I want to save this levitate because now eventually I can just levitate 2 Direwood Beasts and just hit my opponent for 10 damage that they aren't expecting. My opponent might have Annihilate mana open now. That would be awkward if they played the Rhinearch and took themselves off of Annihilate mana. Play Gorgon Fanatic and we'll just keep open Annihilate into our opponent's next turn. Opponent needs 2 more sigils. Alright, now 1 more sigil. That also pumped all their guys into 6/6s here. Still don't think their attacks are great. I can trade 2 beasts for 1. If they go for a removal spell, then I'll just annihilate their guy. Yeah. That's fine. So, we could have just triple blocked to just play around that, but I was actually just kind of baiting out their annihilate there. So, now my opponent doesn't have an annihilate, and they pretty much have to concede pretty soon. I'm going to play Beast Caller and keep open Annihilate again after I draw another land here. Yep. Where you at? Alright, cool.
Can you smell the fear?
Sure. So I could end of turn kill a 6/6. I'm probably better off killing Timekeeper. Where does that put us? Yeah, I like it. Just mana efficiency. Got all these schemes, and I can grab a 4-costing kill spell or just a Haunting Scream. Go get a Beast Caller. Smack with Beast Caller, Beast Caller. Next turn I'll have a pretty nice all-out attack.
Dinner time.
And my opponent will concede. That's reasonably textbook for how you want this game to go. I have to win 3 more ranked games here, and I don't believe I can get that quest done in draft. Again, I'll open up all boosters at the end of the stream here. Let's go with the Praxis Owls deck and see if we can get ourselves into gold. I might just go for diamond today. I'm not sure. I'm kind of feeling in a constructed mood. Maybe it's from all of the Magic the Gathering that I'm playing, but we'll see. If we can get on a hot streak here, maybe we'll just keep rolling with this deck. Oh, you know what? I can actually make this deck better. I totally forgot. I can take out a Vault and put in a Zen and Obelisk. Alright, let's redraw. Pretty sure. I don't know. No, we can keep this hand. We're on the draw. We've got a Temple Scribe to get us to 3, an Amber Acolyte to get us to 4, and then we just win. So we'd like to draw a Sigil here on this turn. If not, it's not the worst thing in the world. Alright. It's a little bad, though. We're going to take a bunch of damage here from my opponent's 3/3 first strike. Vigilance.
Forged for the throne.
Kano Artisan's pretty annoying here, too. Desert Marshal's actually pretty sweet, so that's cool. But I really just want to hit my land drops. So I'll play my Elvish Visionary. I'm going to try to use magic words as much as possible here. Just because we were playing Magic yesterday, and that might help to get a little bit broader of an audience here. There's no weapon equivalent from Magic, though. I think I'm just going to play Amber Acolyte and then play my 1/1s.
Safe travels, friend.
So this guy's a Civic Wayfinder. This is an Alley Cat. I'm not sure what the Magic equivalent is. My opponent's probably going to play a weapon here and eat my Acolyte. Alright, no blocks. Can silence this guy at any time. Alright. So we hit our land drops. That's pretty good. I think I'm just going to start slamming Sandstorm Titans. My opponent probably has some Vanquishes, but they haven't played any weapons, which is interesting. I can probably actually just Vault here. Yeah, alright, fuck it. I'm going for a Vault. So Vault is whenever you have 2 creatures enter the battlefield during the same turn, you draw a card. This guy makes another creature alongside with him. You pick one of these 3. A 1/1 Death Touch, a 2/2 flyer. This is pretty good too. This will give all my dudes +1/+1. I think I want to start with Morrison's Disciple though. And just try to get ahead of the board. My opponent, Wrath of God is green in this game, so my opponent does have access to Wrath of God in their deck. Let's grab a 3/3. Perfect. Alright, we have Desert Marshal to play around some... This is a Flash Silencer. I think I just play this here. I am the captain now. So we cleared my opponent's armor, which is actually relevant. Okay. Statuary Maiden.
Stay forever.
This seems too annoying. You know what? I'll silence it on my turn with the Sandstorm Titan if I don't hit a land. Yeah, silencing it on my turn allows me to draw a card off my vault, so you get some little bit more value here. Oh, I can torch this before my attacks too. I think my opponent will make this double block, yeah. And I'll just torch here. It's not really value because we already traded the Desert Marshal for the Statuary Maiden. Alright, there we go. There's the Wrath of God. But now I just get to start dropping Great Parliaments if I can draw a land. Alright, not quite. That's still a pretty good draw. Elvish Visionary. Draw a card. There's a land. I'll wait till next turn till I start playing my Parliaments. All my creatures now get +2/+2 instead of +1/+1 because Zen and Obelisk is fantastic. If you read my second enchantment there. So we get to clear his armor here. I don't know how much I even want to commit to the board. I think I'm just going to be enough with this. Definitely don't want to play both of my owls, but so this card, you make a 4/4 owl for every 4 mana that you have. So right now it's making 2 owls, which will be 6/6 flyers that draw me a card.
They're good as new.
Smuggler's Stash. I don't even think my opponent played anything good. They're just going to get a Recano Artisan and a Champion of Glory. No, double Recano Artisan. Alright, they're going to have a big weapon by the time they actually draw it.
For the throne.
Alright, well now I play Great Parliament because this is a counter to Wrath of God. Let's Parliament pre-combat here. Draw a card. I'll hang on to Talir's Favored. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run out Amber Acolyte because I can still keep open my counter spell here. My opponent needs to Wrath of God me twice now. Good game. That'll do it. That card's busted. Okay. Yes, we also get to edit this deck before I play too many more games with it. I'm not sure if I want to take out a Vault. I don't think I want to take out Cloud of Ash. Don't want to take out Vanquish. Don't think I want to take out Combre Healer either. So there's not much I can cut, but basically I opened another Zenin Obelisk in a draft here. So it's definitely going in. I don't think I want to play 77 cards. I was fine with 76, just to play slightly more lands as a percentage. Volt is like pretty important to the deck, but you also never need two of them, and the card's kind of slow. Yeah, I'm going to cut Volt. It obviously did a lot of work that game. It drew us like 4 cards or something. But an Obelisk would have been good too. What do we got here? Talir's Favor into Talir's Favor into Sandstorm Titan with a Temple Scribe there too. That seems pretty good. Yeah, we'll play Seed of Impulse here. I guess I could have played the banner there because I'm gonna have a sigil.
A gift from the east.
It's written right here.
No, I just have all the sigils. Not sure exactly what this means. I feel like it means my opponent's going to play a Beastcaller's Amulet. That could just be wrong. My opponent's mono primal right now. Maybe they're just a mono primal control deck. And this is a good blocker. That could just be it too. I'll hold on to the Grinded Drones in case I draw a Volt. Alright, good shit. Means my opponent's card can be vanquished now. So, that's not super strong. And I'm not sure how a mono primal deck deals with a Sandstorm Titan. I'm hoping that they just don't, and this was a flaw in their deck building. Kind of want to vanquish this. Yeah, I will.
Focus, child.
Hitting our land drops is decently important because we want to Great Parliament, but I'm going to hang on to most of my other creatures for a post-vault play. I don't know. We've got enough post-vault creatures here at this point. Maybe that's just silly to hang on to more of them. Alright, Ice Sprite, stun like my Temple Scribe, and an East Wind Herald. Yeah, I think my opponent's deck just isn't super thought out in a game where Sandstorm Titan is the best card in the game. What happens if I attack here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. So just in case my opponent, like, plays another variety of Sigil, I am going to make a flyer here. That way I can block Serpent Trainer. I feel like that's one of the only ways that I lose. And I did play a land this turn, right? I don't remember. I'll play Talir's Favor. Alright, I did play a land this turn. Ah, there it is, the polymorph. Okay, well, I'm glad I kept around the Locust to trade off with Serpent Trainer here, then. Means I take 1 damage from an Ice Sprite, but really not too huge of a deal. Oh god, another Sandy. Yeah, nothing else really needs to be done here. I'll just play a Sandy. I'm gonna dump my hand and pass the turn. Sweet. I think, yeah, 1 more and we'll pop open that quest here. Cool. Alright, what do we got? Pretty expensive hand on the play. Let's just redraw it. And an equally expensive hand, but this time with some anti-aggro cards. In case my opponent is on some sort of aggro deck. Looks like not. Got enough post-Volt cards at this point, but we might need them all. Nothing still for my opponent. Oh, Temple Scribe, that's brutal. Why you do this, Temple Scribe? So we've currently lost out on 6 points of damage. We have enough post-Volt cards. Alright, I'm going to play these out. I probably should have played them out already. And just hope to win with them because I just have enough post-Volt cards, but hopefully I don't get too punished here. Alright, my opponent can't really block because we can Lightning Bolt. Okay. Should Lightning Bolt plus half a Grenadin for a Seraph. It's not great, but it's fine. No double time is pretty brutal. Maybe we'll just win the game like this. Who knows? Maybe my opponent's just got all harsh rules and they'll never want to cast them. Wow, alright, that's 6 points of damage that we messed up on, or lost out on. Is looking like it might be pretty important here. 7 mana? What do they have? Alright, a Speaker. We need to have a Desert Marshal for that. This'll kill it. So my opponent should be at, or could have been at 7 right now. I won't say that they should be at. Alright, here comes another dude. We can exhaust this guy. Oh, Seek Power, that's pretty sweet. Just gonna draw them a free card here. Or more. Wow! They're gonna keep going. Is their deck all lands? What is this? This is insane. They are actually just playing an all land, like, joke deck? Wow, that's crazy. Okay. So what happens if I attack here? My opponent ETH Desert Marshal goes down to 10. That seems horrible. I'd rather chump block it. They're actually just playing a joke deck that is all lands somehow here. Okay, no, they've got a few real cards in hand.
You've run.
Ironthorn Marshal. Alright, I probably want to chump block a creature that's swinging for 18. What do you say? Yeah, my opponent's going to stand together and hit me for 23 here. I can't do anything about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to have to discard one of my cards here. Yeah, okay. Would have been close. There was a way that I win this game. If I hit my opponent for that extra 6, last turn I could have swung again and then stand togethered. Alright, that'll do it. Good game. My opponent's just actually playing all lands, a Marshal Ironthornman, Seraph, and that 24/24. That's actually just their entire deck. And Seek Power. That's pretty silly. Could probably play some Amber Acolytes in the deck too, but... Jeez. Okay. On the draw, just a Marson's Disciple plus the lands to cast it. Alright. Definitely slow. And we're already on the draw, but it's hard to get rid of hands that just have perfect mana in this game.
Time quickens.
Cloud of Ash, worst draw in our deck.
What gave it away?
Turn 2 False Prince, pretty solid. Pretty solid opener for my opponent. Turn 2 False Prince on the play is not going to give us much reprieve here. The fact that last game I couldn't even have the double time mana to really go off. God. Alright, now I need to draw multiple Vanquishes. Yeah, this one's going to be tough. My opponent had a really aggressive start with Initiate of Sands on the play. I take 11 here. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm deaded. Just need like one more ranked win. Come on, game. Why you do this? Double Desert Marshal hand on the play. I'm going to redraw. Temple Scribe that I can't cast. Desert Marshal's reasonable. Double Titans that I am a Time Sigil off of casting as well. Alright, let's lead with our Praxis Sigil. This will allow us to play Temple Scribe if we hit another time mana next turn. I can silence this anytime. I guess I'll just torch it, right? What's better? Yeah, I think it's better to torch. Torch is slightly less mana efficient, but I think Desert Marshal is actually a more versatile card. Because I can just silence the Beast Caller.
You look lost.
Sure. I don't care if my opponent has a big monster. Really just want to play around Beast Caller. And, yeah. Like, I could care less about a 4-4 when my hand is just full of 5-6s. Do you get reasonable value here by chump blocking, making it into a 2-2? But I'm going to say no blocks. Sabotage is a miss. Alright, let's bring out the Titans, baby. Titan, Titan, Titan. If Sandstorm Titan is the best card in the game, just continually playing them should be a decent play. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. I think I have to block. My opponent's going to have Sandstorm Titan, or Quick Shot regardless. Let's just get it out of their hand. Not much I can do. Just trade Rapid Shot for Sandstorm Titan. Unlucky. But, yeah, just got to get it out of there. We've got tons more Titans where that came from, so just keep running them out. My opponent's down to 2 cards in hand with that top deck, so next turn I'll be able to play Sandstorm Titan, keep open Desert Marshal. That should be enough. Still no sabotage targets. Sorry, Charlie. Discard Blood Beetle, try to find an Annihilate or a Quick Shot. Quick Shot won't do it here, though. Did they hit the Annihilate? Looks like they did. If they're able to pause, no, it was a Quick Shot. Alright. So, and we will get to play around Quick Shot next turn, even. So what we'll do is we'll block, we'll say no effects, and then my opponent will use the Quick Shot, and then we'll silence.
You look lost.
The Argent Port Instigator. Oh, my opponent could make a double block at some point too. I guess that's what they were debating. No double block, gonna go down to 9. Okay.
Which would you like?
Got great blocks here now. Annihilate a Sandy T. See ya. I almost have enough threats that I can just run out this Desert Marshal here. So yeah, my opponent's going to swing with a 4-4. I'm pretty sure this works. I would double block, they would Quick Shot, unless it's not a Quick Shot. We see the Annihilate, but there's no way the Annihilate is what they drew all those turns ago. Alright, do you want to trade Sandy T for a 4-4 now? They're going to block and just Rapid Shot on the block. Alright, it's not unreasonable, but it's not that powerful either. So what if I silence this? My opponent could block, block, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll do it next turn. Alright, should have done it last turn. I guess I could have attacked all out. My opponent would take 8 on my unblocked creatures. But I don't know what's in their hand. If they have a removal spell for this, they get to go eat. Take 6.
Think you can escape me?
Now we definitely have it. Well played. That'll give us our 5th ranked win here, as well as playing some more Fire or Justice cards in Versus Battle. I feel like one more win and we're going to get Gold 2, so I'm going to go for it here. Or Gold 1, rather, right? Yeah, we're currently Gold 2. Alright, so let's try to get one more win and rank up. do the ranky-panky. Yeah, so this win should put us to gold 1 if we can win this game here. Volt to Lear's favor. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep it still. I should have played Combray Banner in case I wanted to play a turn 2 Desert Marshal. While unlikely, still correct.
Focus, child.
So my opponent is either Combray or they are a similar deck to what we're running. Temple Scribe doesn't really give you that much information. It's just a good card to run regardless. Vanquish is a pretty sweet one. Let's play Combray Banner. Gonna save the Grenadin drones until after the Vault is out, obviously. Probably playing Vanquish next turn on Sandstorm Titan. No.
Right here.
Triple Temple Scribe draw for my opponent here. They get to smack for 1. Desert Marshal is sweet, but doesn't do too much. Hopefully they don't have a way to decay our Vault here. Probably won't. We'll take 2 damage. That's not going to be too much in the long run, considering Grenadin drones will completely negate my opponent's board here. And if we draw a Zenin Obelisk, well, then we're kind of killing it.
Close your eyes.
Combray Healer on itself, I imagine. That is what we see. Alright. Let's go Grenadin Drone and draw a Zenin Obelisk. No, Assembly Line. Okay. Now my opponent's really only attacking with Combray Healer. I could play a Great Parliament in case my opponent has a Zenin Obelisk of their own. What do I do if my opponent plays Zenin Obelisk? I mean, they're also potentially just sitting on Vanquishes, Sandstorm Titans, and the like. I'm just going to hedge against Zenin Obelisk. I think it's one of the only ways that we lose this game. They've got Vanquish and Sandstorm Titan. Like, those cards don't beat us, but the Vault could actually make things awkward. Yeah, that's fine. We've got 2 Vanquishes, so I am not afraid of no ghosts. I'm going to Assembly Line, draw a card, Vanquish, and smack for 4. That is the other cool thing about playing the Owl here, is it does allow us to get our beats down. Bring our opponent back down to 27 after they have gained 5 life here. Alright, another Sandy T. You're going to meet another Vanquish here. I could also just Desert Marshal it. I kind of want to because I kind of want to play Amber Acolyte this turn. I think I'm just going to go Vanquish, smack for 4, play my land, though. What's up, Kaleri? How you doing, man?
Think you can escape me?
Alright. Our flyer can no longer fly. That's fine. I mean, the fact that they just played that means that they're out of Sandy T's. I'm out of Vanquishes, but I do have a Desert Marshal. Kind of just want to play 2 Owls here. Might could even play more Owls later on. Alright, let's just start off by drawing a card. Grabbing a 2/2 flyer. Seed of Progress. Next turn, we've got 2 Owls online. And at some point here, we start A-spacing.
You've run far enough.
Alright, this guy's annoying enough. I'm going to Desert Marshal it.
Think you can escape me?
He does take us off of the A space plan. That's a pretty good one. That means I'm going to draw 2 cards here and make 2 owls this turn. Let's attack first. Maybe they'll Desert Marshal it. Make 2 owls, draw 2 cards. I get to play a land here if I draw one. I did. And next turn I get to smack for 12. No, more than that. Alright, Desert Marshal's going to silence one of our owls. We get to hit them for 10, though, on our next turn. Which means all we have to do is get in 1 more Grenadin later on. Alright, my opponent was looking for a Wrath effect there. Let's see. Feel like we can attack with our 6/6s as well pretty freely. If we're going to attack with our 6/6s, let's like figure out what their blocks would be. Gang block this. The 5/5. This one's just going to get chump blocked. 2. Yeah, they probably just double block with both of these. This one gets chump blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. A Scorpion Wasp. Okay. Double Scorpion Wasp. They're debating it. Oh, if they have a, no, they've got another Desert Marshal. Okay, well, that's fine. My 6/6s are still 6/6s. Oh, no, they're going to come down and eat the 4/4. That's a smart play as well. They get to eat the flying 6/6 already. That makes sense. So, yeah, might as well positive battle the 4/4. But I still have a pair of 6/6s coming in. Post-combat, I get to play 2 more creatures and draw 2 more cards, so I'm not super worried. Looks like we're seeing a decent amount of chump blocks here. What is blocking this? Those 2. Okay. So let's clear this. Die to that. Everything else should happen automatically. But honestly, this works out fine. We got in a decent amount of damage.
It's written right here.
And we're going to get to draw a whole bunch more cards here this turn. Draw 2 more cards. Could even play out these Grenadin drones. I'm going to keep them just in case my opponent wraths us. They don't have it, so we win. Decent, and will that get us to the Greek? It does. Oh, I have to play 1 more Fire or Justice card. Completely punished for hanging on to that Grenadin drone. Unlucky. Alright, this might end the Eternal part of the stream. I'm not super sure. I'm actually going to take a break and go take a shit. But I'll be back in an hour to stream for an hour. I'm not sure. I might not be back. If you followed me, you'll be notified when I go live. But thank you guys for watching. Those of you that are here right now, appreciate it. And I'm seeing some more people join right now. I am, gonna either take a break for like 30 minutes. I might be back. I'm not sure. We'll see how my schedule is today. Have a good one, guys. Peace.